All right. You know what most people ask me when it comes to video content and what they have to film about in order to get leads and traffic coming into the business? What type of video content performs the best? For a business owner that doesn't know anything about video content or social media, what is going to get me traffic in the door, leads in the door, and get me customers when recording video content? Well, here's the three things that you want when it comes to video content that actually performs. Number one, let's dive right into it as well. Okay, no intro, no BS. Number one, you want to have a system for filming. Okay, meaning you want to know what you are going to talk about, have new topics coming out in a workflow that you can automatically just get things to talk about, not only from your creativity, but from what's actually working in the marketplace in that industry. So if you want to talk about things that you want to talk about to your customers, but it's not something that they even want to hear about, it doesn't make sense to make content about those topics. Okay. Now, you want to make content around topics that your potential customers actually care to listen about. Because if you're making video content for your business, it's not for shits and giggles. Okay. It's to get new traffic that turns into leads that then turn into new customers. So in that case, you definitely want to make video content that interests the potential customers that you're going to be getting. So that's step number one, making content that people actually care to listen to about and talking about their pain points and then giving solutions in that video content. Two, you want to have a filming schedule, meaning you film on 3 days of the week, right? Or let's say 2 days of the week, or you're just starting out and you want to film once a week, but let's say it's 2 hours once a week. So you want to make sure that you are going all in when it comes to talking about those topics that we just discussed on step one, that you want to be talking about those topics. You want to get good at talking on camera because that is what's going to differentiate you from all your competitors, because there's a high chance that your competitors don't feel comfortable talking on camera. So that is where you're going to come in with practice and getting comfortable talking on camera, even if it means recording yourself on your phone and just talking for 10 minutes straight while you're on your way to the grocery store, on the way to work, or on the way home, right? You want to get comfortable talking on camera and do it when you're on your own. That way you can actually practice on your own. And when it comes to one of your filming days, let's say it's once a week, you go all in with your confidence, talking on camera about those topics that you found were the most interesting to your potential customers, okay? Third, you want to film as much B-roll as possible, but make sure it's intentional B-roll. Now, if you don't know what B-roll is, it's basically just videos that you take either of yourself or of things that are happening. So when you're in the editing process of your videos, you're talking like I am right now. And let's say I'm talking about filming an event, okay? I can go to my B-roll folder and get video clips that I filmed of myself filming an event. So when I go to film video content just like this, I have something to put over the talking head video. That way it emphasizes a stronger message to the person I'm talking to. That way they can visually see what I'm talking about, because that B-roll clip that's over the talking head is emphasizing on what I'm talking about. So just film yourself doing things that you would talk about on camera, right? And look at the camera like your customer. Seriously, look at the camera like your customer. You don't need to overcomplicate it when it comes to video content. Just talk to the camera as if they were a customer and you're just answering their questions that they have. Because in most cases, when people are viewing your video content, like on social media or on YouTube, they are wanting questions answered. So if you answer their questions virtually, there's a very high chance they're going to start to gain trust in you because they see you showing up for them with video content. And even if you're not making an immediate return with video content, at the end of the day, you're going to gain trust and visibility the more you show up. And you're going to see what works and what doesn't, because there's going to be videos that don't perform, they just flop. And then there's going to be videos that outperform a whole month's worth of video content. So 3 things: make sure you're talking about things that they actually are interested in hearing. And I'm talking about your potential customers. 2, make days specifically for filming. That way you don't have any excuses of, oh, I didn't have time. If you can do once a week for 2 to 3 hours, you should be good for the most part, okay? Obviously, the more the merrier, but if you're just getting started with video content and you're a local business, start with once a week. That's gonna help you get on the right track to eventually double down the more you get into it. And third, film B-roll of yourself. If you talk a lot about, let's say you're a local business owner and you're, I don't know, let's say you're a gym, right? And you're a fitness trainer or personal trainer. And you talk a lot about doing ab workouts because a lot of people want to lose weight and they also want to have a ripped stomach, right? Long term, let's say. Well, film a lot of B-roll video of you doing planks or of you working on your abs or of you doing exercises that have to do with the core, the abs, because that is going to help you when you're talking about abs on video content just like this. When you're talking on video of abs, now you have clips that you could put over your talking head videos so you emphasize what you're talking about. Or if you just want to have raw video content like this, where I'm just talking on what people ask me and then I film it like I'm doing now, you can do that as well. But just know, when you emphasize things, it typically helps get your message across more than if you were to just do talking head like I'm doing right now, which I probably lost a lot of retention in this video, halfway through this video. But at the end of the day, I'm not filming this just to have fancy edits and make sure that I'm emphasizing like I'm talking about. I'm filming this just to have a double dip, which is a bonus tip. If you're filming content and you can talk for a solid 5 to 10 minutes, you get to that point, let's say, and you can talk about your profession or what you do or how you help clients for 5 to 10 minutes, not only can you use that for long form YouTube content, which it wouldn't hurt to post on YouTube. Not that, let's say you're not even trying to grow a YouTube channel, but let's say you have a website. Well, SEO is important to you because it helps you show up organically on Google, right? So just post it to YouTube as like an archive file. And let's say you're not even trying to grow a YouTube channel, but that's going to help you with SEO. And on top of that, the double dip effect is where you take long form content that you filmed landscape, like I filmed this, and you then turn it into vertical content for social media. That's the double dip effect. It doesn't have to be the full video for social media, just the highlights, just the golden nuggets that you talked about on your long form video, and then take that to social media. You could obviously use Opus clips and all these apps, but I would recommend that you take a look at it first. That way you know where the actual hooks are. Because as you know, apps like Opus Clips can only go so far as AI is increasing. But at the end of the day, you want to know what hits home with your potential clients, and you want to know what type of hooks will actually perform. So this is where data comes in. You post so much video content that you start to see which ones perform. What did you say in the first 3 seconds, right? Okay, this is probably what made it perform. So you start taking those hooks and you get more and more and more out of that. So when you manually look at it, you're better off than if you were to just dump all your long form content to Opus Clips and hope for the best. Because at the end of the day, you want results, not just views. That's not my definition of results. You want people connecting with the video content that you're making. So if you have any questions as far as what I talked about were the 3 things that will help you with video content as a local business owner, drop me a message on Instagram at lookupalex. Drop me a message. Again, just search up Look Up Alex. That's my username, Look Up Alex, and drop me a message. I'll respond. I'll try to help you out as much as I can through the DMs. And with that being said, make your video content something that can connect with people and something that is actually valuable for people that they can walk away with and that they can actually use and see themselves using. Okay? Again, see you next time. I'm not even going to cut it for when I turn off the camera here, but just know this is all raw video content at your disposal.